Sqilah. Enhancing Careers. Chapter 6. Special Cargo Acceptance. Special cargoes are goods that require special handling due to their nature, weight, dimensions, or value. In-depth knowledge is needed to accept such cargoes for their storage, loading/unloading, etc. These special cargoes are further classified as dangerous goods, live animals, valuable cargo, perishable cargo, wet cargo, strongly smelling goods, outsized or heavy cargo, arms, ammunition/war material, and personal effects such as unaccompanied baggage. Let us review each type of special cargo and understand their special characteristics. Dangerous goods. Dangerous goods are articles or substances which are capable of posing a significant risk to health, safety, or to property when transported by air, and which are classified in 9 different classes. Live animals. In today's modern world, carriage of live animals by air is considered the most humane and expedient method of transportation over long distances. IATA ensures that both safety and animal welfare are addressed in all regulatory issues pertaining to transportation of live animals by air. IATA coordinates the Live Animals and Perishables Board, LAPB, and provides key input to the airline industry on issues such as animal welfare, identification, and animal behavior based on modern science. Valuable cargo. Any shipment with declared value for carriage of $1,000 or more per gross kilogram of weight is regarded as valuable cargo. Examples of valuable cargo are gold bullion, platinum, legal banknotes, securities, shares, stamps, diamonds, precious stones, pearls, jewelry, etc. Perishable cargo. Perishable means that an object can spoil or rot quickly. Some examples of perishable foods would generally be refrigerated milk, meat, fish, poultry, produce, prepared salads, although fresh baked goods would be included. Wet cargo. Wet goods are those shipments containing liquids or shipments which may produce liquids, but are not subjected to IATA DGR. Examples of wet cargo are shipments of liquids in watertight containers, shipments of wet materials like fish, shipments packed with wet ice, or shipments that may produce liquids like live animals. Wet cargo is vulnerable to spillage or leakage that may corrode or cause damage to the aircraft or to other cargo. To prevent spillage or leakage, special requirements for shipments containing wet cargo must be applied. Most of the wet cargo is also regarded as perishable, and hence requirements for both the regulations must be met. The shipper is responsible for providing the applicable certificates or permits required by the national authorities of the country of import. Handling information on AWB must be appropriately filled. Perishable label and package orientation labels must be affixed on all the packages. It is necessary to ensure that the package is leak-proof and must always be securely closed to prevent any loss of contents. Bags or sacks must be water-resistant, and they must be made tight against sifting of contents during transportation. Watertight containers must fulfill the requirements as stated in the IATA DGR. Carrier need to protect the aircraft and ULDs against spillage and leakages. Therefore, airline concerned must be contacted prior to acceptance of this type of cargo. Strongly smelling goods. Strongly smelling goods can only be accepted when packed in watertight containers sealed in such a way that no odor of any kind can escape from the package. Insufficient packaging of strongly smelling goods may cause escape of smell, which can annoy passengers on board the aircraft and can also destroy other cargo. A consignment of garlic concentrate in barrel with packaging error can leak the smell and lower cargo deck of passenger aircraft, could make aircraft unusable for several days until the pungent odor has been eliminated. For accepting the consignment of strongly smelling goods, normal procedure as per TACT rules is followed. However, special attention must be given to the restrictions in acceptance of strongly smelling goods as published in TACT rules. Outsized or heavy cargo. Outsized cargo is an item which requires more than one pallet to load on one aircraft, due to its size or weight, and requires special handling equipment for loading and unloading. Heavy cargo, on the other hand, is an item that is exceeding 150 kg, in general. This limit may vary from carrier to carrier. Maximum permissible weight for each heavy item depends on the aircraft type, the airport facilities, and the scheduled ground time of the aircraft. For this type of cargo, weight and dimensions must be available in advance so that all necessary arrangements can be made. Advance information will also be sent to the stations involved in the loading/unloading requesting their agreement to handle the item. Outsized and heavy cargo such as machinery, vehicles, steelworks, etc., is usually unpacked because of their weight/size. They must therefore be presented for carriage in such a way that handling is facilitated. Goods must be installed with bars or on a platform to make them movable by forklift truck. Care must be taken to avoid leakages of oils and fluids from machinery to be transported. For transportation of automobiles and self-propelled vehicles, fuel systems to be drained and tank caps securely fitted before the carriage. Batteries of the vehicles must be installed in upright position, securely fastened and protected against contact with other articles to prevent short-circuiting, and battery leads should be disconnected. The acceptance of oversized/heavy cargo may be restricted due to the weight and dimension limitations of the aircraft. Arms, ammunition/war material. While accepting these consignments for carriage, special attention must be given to the restrictions in acceptance of arms, ammunition, and war material as per TACT rules. Also note that there will be additional governmental restrictions apply for countries of origin, transit, and destination. There could also be restrictions on ground transportation of these materials. Personal effects, unaccompanied baggage. Over and above the free baggage allowance, excess weight of baggage is charged for excess baggage. Passenger may choose to carry the baggage with him or may send the baggage by air cargo. This is unaccompanied baggage. Baggage forwarded by air cargo will not necessarily be on the same flight as the passenger. Therefore, it is very important to clearly identify the baggage in order to avoid problems with locating the shipment at destination. Each item of the baggage is marked on the inside with the name and home address of the owner. It should also have a tag affixed outside with the consignee's full name and address with telephone numbers. It is also recommended that the full description of the baggage, including the color and the type of the bag or suitcase, is inserted in the nature and quantity of goods box on Airway Bill. Wherever possible, flight details and the date of passenger's arrival at the airport of destination and passenger's ticket number should be entered in the handling information box of the AWB. If the keys of the baggage are attached to the AWB, it also must be mentioned in the same box. It is recommended to have list of contents and values to be collected from passenger. It may be required due to customs regulations or insurance, if applicable. Apart from AWB identification label, no other special labeling is required.